Hello to all my friends out there, and I guess this video will be addressed to Kratom and cannabis users, but it will also be addressed to anyone who chooses to use a substance, whatever it might be. I definitely don't like linking the two, but this is my update on the SITSA Act. And the SITSA Act, I made a video about a week and a half ago or so about it, and I haven't followed up quite on it, and I figured it was about time to do it. And then just as I was getting ready to do this, somebody left a comment on the original video I did asking, hey, are you going to do an update? So I figured now I'm really forced to do it. It's definitely something I should. First, I wanted to clarify that by the first video, I didn't intend to assume that it wasn't a big deal. The SITSA Act, although it's not, I don't believe it's intended to target Kratom specifically, I have no doubt that Jeff Sessions will attempt to use it to ban anything he can under this Blanket Substance Act. And I did a little bit of research over the last week and kind of took it piece by piece and tried to process what is actually going on here. Now, after reading the Act a couple times, I found that one of the things it does is gives Jeff Sessions broad control over the decisions that are made about substances. So rather than going through Congress or being, passed down the line or approved, Jeff Sessions would have much more authority, broad authority, to just make something illegal because he deems it, not healthy. Or as he said about cannabis users, people who smoke pot aren't good people, or good people don't smoke pot. He's had said several things that allude to the fact that this person is living in a complete delusion. And Jeff Sessions is definitely a threat to the freedom of anybody who wants to consume any substance, whether it be illegal or legally, because some of these laws are going to affect us big time if the opiate crisis gets worse. Because one of the things that he tries to do and alludes to, I'm going to get into this with the cannabis, but I wanted to start off with the Kratom. Yes, I do believe that it can be affected by this act. Even though it specifically targets analogs that are synthetic, it also may be got around if he has that broad authority. So if it's giving him that type of authority, then yes, it could target Kratom in the long run. And I just wanted to say that I have nothing against the American Kratom Association. I made that last video, and then my wife got an email today. It was like one of those general emails they send out. And it had a section in there which alluded to them defending themselves against, saying that some people have been suspect that, we're not using our money wisely, or, that we maybe don't do what we say we do. I don't remember exactly how it was worded. But I won't go as far as to think that my video influenced them, but I'm just wanted to say to declare that I hope it didn't, because I'm not trying to call out the AKA. I don't know if other people have written and asked them, but a few comments that were left on my video alluded to the fact that they were suspicious that the AKA wasn't honest, and I definitely don't believe that. I don't disbelieve it. I don't know, because I'm not them. But I wanted to just open up the dialogue, and I hopefully didn't push them on that issue, because I was just curious, with transparency, when there's a lot of people making donations, where is it going, is all I was asking in the original video. But I'm glad that they were there fighting alongside us in the battle, and I'm glad that we were able to keep Kratom legal. But that was round one. And if this goes down, then it's a possibility we might have more problems on the plate. One of the things in that act is it says something that's substantially similar to the substance. But could mitragynine or 7-hydroxymytragynine be considered substantially similar? Well, I printed it out. I don't have it with me here, but the different structures of the molecules. And it's significantly different from morphine, from what I found. So if they can't find a correlation in structure, they'll have to go for effect. And since there's no respiratory depression, I think that it might actually be pretty hard for them to do it. But if he has full authority, that totally changes that. And I suppose, I should probably just leave that as the Kratom update. I was going to talk about cannabis as well, but I'm going to leave that for a completely separate video because because I will. It's better because I can unload separately on that. I really think the Kratom issue could be a problem in the future, but at this point, I think this act, the SITSA Act, should not just be amended to exclude botanicals like kratom, but it should also be, I think it should be reduced to only fentanyl analogs. And I really believe that, because it lists 13 of them on the page itself. Specific fentanyl analogs they want to make illegal. But by giving blanket authority to make any analog illegal, this will make various forms of dimethyltryptamine or LSD analogs which are out there. They'll be able to basically slap, everything with an illegal status. Now, of course, this won't matter as much because the community of the RC community, or research chemical community, moves much faster. But with an analog act, it allows you to just basically say, hey, this looks somewhat like LSD under a microscope, therefore it's illegal. And that's how they do it. So be aware of the act, and hopefully we can fight this. I would like to get it reduced to just fentanyl analogs, because that's the threat that they're trying to go on. That's what they're trying to say is the big problem. And I disagree that the other substances like kratom are contributing to this problem, or cannabis, which in a story all its own is ridiculous what they're trying to do there. But I just wanted to make the kratom community aware so people know what's going on. So then to not make the video too long and go on talking about cannabis as well. So that will be a separate video. And I'll talk to y'all later. Take care.